ranging from obscure horror films to picaramas to foreign films, and now going into the mainstream, picking apart old catalogs. Vinegar Syndrome has a little bit of everything for everyone. How's it going, everyone? I'm Chris, your host here at Hertastic Reviews. This is the channel where we talk about Blu-rays, we talk about films, we talk about figures as well, based on movies. And I would like to thank you all today. If this is the first time here for you, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button today. Vinegar Syndrome. They recently had just put out a Summer Savings Week special. They had just finished in May their halfway to Black Friday sale. And I just want to make this video kind of dedicated to Vinegar Syndrome. Am I by no means an expert? I'm not really. I'm just a fan of their catalog. I'm a fan of their product. And I just love the discourse around the boutique label as well. If you don't know, Vinegar Syndrome, they put out a lot of films that come from like obscurity. They kind of give these films new life, and also films that were kind of lost in time, and give them these amazing transfers with amazing packaging. Lately, they've gotten more into the little bit more mainstream films that were kind of out of print or lost the licensing with another label, and they've been putting them out in 4K. They're definitely, I think, with Arrow, the pioneer of like getting films and then putting them out in like amazing packaging and on 4K. I thought today I would go ahead and talk about my Vinegar Syndrome sale pickups, and also just the Vinegar Syndrome films in my catalog, because we've already gotten through the summer sale, we've gotten through the halfway to Black Friday. Next is going to be the Black Friday sale. So I figured I'd kind of go ahead and talk about what I picked up during the sales, and also some films maybe to look out for in the future as well. So let's just kind of go into it. These are the films I already own on Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm just give you a little bit of kind of like a review of sorts, just like quick like recommendations and what they're about. Maybe it'll pique your interest, because I mean, Vinegar Syndrome is a little bit of an expensive boutique label. You can definitely watch a lot of the films from today's video sponsor, Tubi. Is it really my sponsor? No, I just think it's an awesome streaming service, and if they could give me money to talk about their stuff, that would be awesome. So yeah, check out Tubi for a lot of films. Very much like Arrow Video, where they used to put out the video nasties and like the 80s horror movies. Vinegar Syndrome does that, but they also have what's called partner labels. These are labels that are signed with Vinegar Syndrome on their catalog, and they help produce them and distribute them. So, for example, like the Draft House films, like from the Alamo Draft House, and from here in Chicago, we have the Music Box releases. They have those, and all the way down. I mean, VS, Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, to me, that's always represented visibly sexual. If you ever look at the catalog, if you look at the releases on the website, you can definitely tell, what are these movies about? You can totally tell. That's part of the charm of it as well. They're very schlocky, they're very flamboyant. They also put out a lot of action films as well. But the big thing is the packaging, right? So let's just go into a couple examples of them. So I have here the film Creature, and I don't know if you can see this, but this is an Alien ripoff film. This packaging is embossed. It's amazing. And they give you these nice clear cases as well. I just love these. And a lot of times these transfers are impeccable. This is from 1985. Love the packaging for this. Really good film, entertaining. As someone who loves Alien, right? One film I picked up that was recommended to me, Fade to Black, and I have it on this the packaging here. I love it. Fade to Black, I hear, is really great. I still have not seen it. I haven't seen all my Vinegar Syndrome films. Bruh. As typical of most I would say VS collectors, right? I'm just joking, because I think of Vinegar Syndrome as like the criterion of like the schlock, and I think, based on their recent releases, it's definitely that. Their catalog is getting more popular. They're recently, for me, I want to order the Gorgo set release, because I've never seen a physical release, and it looks amazing, and if it's through Vinegar Syndrome, I know the quality is going to be there. Speaking of quality, let's go through here. I have the new From Beyond H.P. Lovecraft release. This is a 4K release of the film. I missed out on the Scream Factory release of this film, and this is actually in 4K. Sometimes the artwork is a little much for me. I don't know if you can see that there, but I mean, if it's on 4K, this movie is amazing. I loved seeing this movie in college. I'm glad to have like a pristine release of it. So there's that one. I have Prospect here with Pedro Pascal. I love this release. This is a very interesting lo-fi kind of sci-fi film. I love this packaging as well with this slip box. It also came with a trading card. I've never actually opened the trading cards, but this is a package on the outer, and then you got the slip case, and then you have the case underneath it. But yeah, shout out Prospect. I picked all these films I've picked up during sales, or I had to pre-order them. The stressful thing about Vinegar Syndrome is that if you like their slip cases, which I think everyone does, they're usually in limited quantity. So and once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to get a film and you want that slip cover, I mean, you're going to have to order it because, I mean, it tells you how many are left and the FOMO hits hard. And like any boutique label collector, I mean, when FOMO hits, I mean, it's inevitable you're going to pick something up, right? Because we want to have the coolest thing. We want to display it. We want the clout. Am I right? You know I'm right. We want that. So if you see the film you like, and it does have a slipcase, I mean, they sell for crying out loud. They sell like the box like sets without the discs themselves, just in case you bought them individually without the box set. You can put them in the box set. That's insane. I love that, but it's insane. We're slaves to the clout. We love just how packaging looks. It's part of like the price you pay, right? Let's just continue on what I do already own. I do have Sex World. As you can see, the case and the slip are pretty loose because, I mean, I've seen this movie a lot of times.
Ain't no fucking way,
it's getting really worn.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I feel like this is pretty appropriate for this Sex World on 4K. Very, very educational, very enlightening sci-fi film. I can't recommend this movie enough. It's got an amazing soundtrack. This should be in a Criterion somewhere at some point, but I have it here on Vinegar Syndrome with this interesting box set. I don't know if I can show all of that on YouTube. The next one I have, this one I was excited for. I did have the Scream Factory, and when I heard that this was getting a 4K, I had to get it. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 release. This was a hard to get out of print film for a while. You could still get it through Arrow. But, I mean, it was Region B, but this is the Region A, Region Free release because it's 4K. I love this release. And the transfer looks amazing. It also has from F This Movie, Patrick Bromley giving some commentary on that as well. So shout that out. There's just a chock full of, I don't know if you can see that, just special features. Just so many features on that. So shout out this release. Like I said, they're getting more into the mainstream, which isn't a problem because, I mean, it's like the end-all be-all version of it, I would say. So those are all my slip-cased ones for the most part. These are just my standard boys. I do have Spookies on here. I bought that used. I also have, this movie's amazing. If I could have this with the slipcase, I would buy it in a heartbeat. I have Night Beast. If you have not seen Night Beast, for my sci-fi fans, this is the one for you. 1982, just a crazy bonkers alien movie. Shout out Night Beast. Another one from Rowdy Rodney Piper, Hell Comes to Frogtown. This one had a new slipcover that was on sale. I missed out on it, but I do like this cover right here. Yeah, this is a fun film. I actually enjoyed this movie. Next up, still haven't seen this one, but I picked it up. It was actually like during a buy one get one free sale a while ago. The Fear. It has Wes Craven in there. That's the only reason I really picked it up. But The Fear. Definitely need to check this movie out. And then finally, I have Beastmaster here. This is an impeccable release. This is how you do releases. Like, you just open up, it's magnetic, and there's just a chock full of stuff in here. There's a booklet, slip box, slip case, just so much here. This was like one of my first purchases because I just was in love with the packaging, but also because I really want to get more into these like 80s like fantasy films. So definitely recommend picking this up if you can. I think it was during the sale, but maybe it's something to look out for in the future. So, you know, that's my resume with Vinegar Syndrome for right now, besides just being a guy who likes looking at the Picaramas but never buying them. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I picked up. When you order from Vinegar Syndrome, you get this cool little box with this little reel, and that's when you know you got the good stuff. Maybe you don't, show it off in the daylight, depending on what you've picked up. So let's just kind of go into what I picked during the sale. This was from the halfway to Black Friday sale. It was sitting here waiting for me while I was out of the country. I'm not going to go into why I was out of the country, but I want to go ahead and go into the releases. And if you see here, this is Hearts Beat Loud. Hearts Beat Loud, this is from the partner label. I think it's from Gunpowder and Sky. I saw this movie in theaters and I loved it, and I never could find the physical release besides just a DVD version of it. I just had recently noticed during their catalog that they had this on here. Hearts Beat Loud, it has Nick Offerman, it has Toni Collette. It's about this father and daughter who run this little record shop, and she's getting ready to go to college. He's a musician, and they thought, the only way to put her through college is to sell the old record shop. But then they become internet famous because they do like a live concert in the record store to kind of say goodbye to the closing, and they blow up. So this movie is very entertaining. This is like a feel-good movie. This is an easy watch, feel-good movie, great music, great acting. I definitely recommend people at least watch this movie. If anything, I would buy this movie because it's just so pleasant. Another big thing is it has a video of the booklet that features it has a new essay written by BJ Colangelo, who I follow on Twitter. So that's really cool. People I know on Twitter or on the internet, and if they get to do special features, I kind of feel like I want to support that artisticness. So is that even a word? But I just want to support them in any way. So that is great that Hearts Beat Loud has that. Very much recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. The next movies I got it's actually a smaller package than I thought, but it's The Other French New Wave, Volume 1. So this is actually 3 films. And I love French cinema. I love the New Wave era. And the fact that Vinegar Syndrome had them I was like, and it was like the 3 films for the price of one. It was like, I think $17 for all 3 of them together, and and it came with a slipcase, and it says Volume 1, so I'm hoping there are going to be more volumes for me to follow. But this comes with The Cat in the Bag, The Merry World of Leopold Z, and Yule 871. These are ranging from 74 minutes to 68 minutes long, so they're not very long at all. But I do want to check these out, and I think it's really cool that this is from the partner label. I think all of my pickups are from the partner label. But yeah, I'm very excited to watch these. I love French cinema, like I said. So if you've picked this one up, let me know how this is. I'm excited. The next film I picked up, this one, I've had the directors on my podcast before. I've have it on DVD, and I finally decided I just need to get the epitome of the release, the best release possible. And that is Scream Queen, my Nightmare on Elm Street documentary. This is about Mark Patton, star of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. This is directed by Roman Chiamenti and Tyler Jensen, who I've had on my Inside the Sequel podcast twice now. I've met Mark Patton before. I just love, 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, but 2, I love this documentary. I feel like it's a movie that everyone needs to watch and witness the story of Mark Patton. I think it's really important. And I got it here with this really cool slipcase, and I have like a DVD of it, but now I have this on Blu-ray. Very excited. It's a very entertaining documentary. So the fact that they were able to do that is awesome. So I'd love to, like I said, support my friends who are creatives as well. But yeah, that's all I picked up. Kind of a light, pickups, a light haul. So, I'm a little bit run dry, and there's other sales going on. So I figured, at least participate, right? But what did you pick up during the sale? Are you a fan of Vinegar Syndrome? Are you too afraid to get into Vinegar Syndrome? Let me know down in the comments below what you picked up. What do you recommend? I look at the catalog all the time, and I'm still like, I don't know if this is going to be risking, is it worth the risk? Or should it, but just watch it on Tubi before, right? So let me know down below. I'd love to see your hauls. If you like this video, give it a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're going to do more, haul releases. We're going to move the figure collecting back onto the channel. So that would have to manage too. So, look out for that. If you'd like me to review any figures that you see behind me, let me know as well. Other than that, if you are buying Vinegar Syndrome films and they're Picaramas, do you really care about cinema? Other than that, I'll see you next time.